Keith.
God.
Keith, are you
The last couple of tracks here now are
pretty rich?
they are, and they do go together really well. Days of Champion.
These do make me hark back to his named solo album. That bass, he loves that bass.
I love his bass lines, man.
And the sound.
Bass lines.
There's gotta be about 3 things on there.
And then there's also the snare from the keyboard.
And all the cameras burn hot. The days of a champion.
How many vocals on that line?
Duel to get the shots. The days of a champion. Essentially, he's a burned out star. He'll be out of the picture, but stuck in the frame.
Lyrics, man.
No more prizes, no more accolades, and no more famous names.
Sad song.
Famous names.
And
Yeah.
that's lyrics, man.
I think every big star on it has these lyrics.
The days of the champion, and watch him disappear. The days of the champion, unrecognized, he'll walk the busy streets. The days of the champion, he will be private again. He'll be out of the picture, but stuck in the frame. No more prizes, no more accolades, and no more famous names. No more famous names.
I love this organ right here, man. This is like Rick Wakeman, man. Close to the edge, right?
Oh, sweet.
That sax.
Rise to
On that sound.
the days of the champion, knowing that ends must be the same. The days of the champion, friends acquired on golden days are gone. The days of the champion, search for them, he'll search for them in vain. He'll be out of the picture, but stuck in the frame. No more prizes, no more accolades, and no more famous names.
No more.
No more famous names.
Oh, this is
I love this vocal here.
No more famous names. No more famous champion. No more famous champion.
That's cool guitar in there.
No more famous champion. No more famous
Yeah, I love that, man. Such a cool line. That's crazy. Here we go. Right into There Shines Our Promised Land.
So I was looking on Jeanette's website, Jeanette Obsoys, and she passed away not too long ago either.
2015.
These lyrics are on her memorial.
Oh, cool. Oh, this is a beautiful song, man.
This is a song about love.
Love makes us strong. Don't close your eyes. You're not alone. When you're out of control, I will guide you down. I won't let you fall.
Just visuals, man.
Feed on my energy.
If she has a higher being, he captures it right here.
How brave we can be. I'll take the pain. I'll take the pain away. I'll share your laughter.
Oh, sweet.
Dream your first dream with me. Thousands of light years from here.
Talk about universal love right there, right? I mean, thousands of light years. So fucking cool. Chinese little touches.
That's Jamie.
Love makes us strong.
That must be. I bet that's Stuart Copeland on the side stair.
Sounds like his cymbals. Yeah,
We
it
can
sounds
do
like
no
hi-hat.
wrong.
Hi hat,
Yeah.
kick
That
drum. I
makes
bet that's Stuart
And there
Copeland.
are others who think life is worth fighting for.
cool.
Till we win freedom.
Universal love, man.
There is a sanctuary beyond this place.
This universe,
This universe,
so far from our time, another frequency.
so far from our time, another frequency,
One
and
perfect
one
reason.
perfect reason.
Oh, this girl right here.
Dream your first dream with me. Thousands of light years from here.
These are not mellow again.
Shines our promised land.
Oh, that piece of that, yeah, so beautiful.
You smile and wonder.
The dynamics on this song are so
I don't know why. Sometimes reminds me of Vangelis.
well, this right here
Yeah.
does. The brass kind of, the floaty, that brass sound right there.
Yeah.
That's very Vangelis.
There's light and there's water, pastures green and no hunger, under another sun.
You're another sun.
And there's someone like you, it's no stranger's face. It's your reflection.
So beautiful.
Dream your first dream with me.
Love it.
Thousands of light years from here. Shines our promised land.
Oh, love it.
You'll smile and wonder.
There's Stuart Copeland double time in the drums, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Right? That is Stuart Copeland.
So strong.
God. Love that song. It's just so, it is perfect for someone's memorial.
Yeah. Yeah. That's on there, and then she has a little bit of Ecstasy of Free Thought on
And here we are
there.
in paradise, under the other sun,
Yeah. Yeah, he could.
looking at a reflection of ourselves.
You know, Stephen W. Taylor put out some instrumental albums, and I've been meaning to get around to hearing them, and I haven't listened to them yet. I'm curious if they're anywhere like this.
I hope so. I mean, that would be something to aspire to.
In fact,
So this reminds me of Kid A, right? Of the at the end of Kid A, the In Paradise little tag at the end.
yeah, I can see that. But and another thing about Stephen Taylor and Kate Bush actually encouraged him because she heard some of his earlier solo stuff, like before it really came out, and she encouraged him
That's right.
to do it.
Yes,
You know.
it's one of the reasons he's been working on composing his own music
Right.
and visuals. Yeah, encouragement from Kate, man. That's some nice encouragement. So, there's a reason I love this album, and I was really kind of, I guess, disappointed when I realized how unknown it was.
Yeah, if nothing else, we're doing this to say, listen to this damn thing.
Listen to this. This is a freaking cool album, man. Thinkman did a couple of other albums as well that I didn't necessarily get into.
Well,
as much
Rupert
as
said this
one.
was his favorite of the three
yeah.
of those. But actually, they did a compilation. Steven Tyler put a compilation together from the three Thinkmans, and most of them came from this album.
Yeah,
so-
I think like half of the songs are
Right.
from this album.
So-
yeah.
So it was kind of, obvious. Because this, and I don't know,
Well-
I mean, I like the Rupert Hine, at least Waving Night Drowning and Wildest Wish to Fly are some of my favorite albums all time. So
Yes,
I would say that.
yes. Well,
but this album is
gonna be listening
pretty
to
freaking up there, man. I mean,
To me, I like this one even better than his solo stuff. Just
oh, really? Cool.
Because this one is not so freaking weird and so over the top. It's just, to me, it's the right balance between his experimental
And him being a band.
crazy whacked out
It's
stuff.
like the stuff he learned all that. They learned all that, and this is their. It's kind of like we were talking about.
Yes.
I remember Neil Peart saying all the early Rush stuff was experimental. It wasn't until they started doing moving pictures that they went, okay, now we're ready to do this.
Right.
That's kind of like the way
Yep.
this is. They were really ready to put together
Yeah.
a band in a way, or try.
Yeah,
this
and it takes what? It takes 10, 15 years to kind of get
Right,
to that point, right? I mean,
right. Yeah. So I get that. If we actually hey, I don't know if you remember this, in the band I was in Shreveport, we actually covered Ecstasy of Free Thought. We tried.
Dream in the
I say we
Sky.
tried.
That's
Every cover we did
you
was a
mentioned
try.
that the other day, and I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah. I wish I would have caught on to it as much then as I do now. Golly. But anyway.
Oh well.
But yeah, this is the perfect combination. I think of Jeanette Upstoy's lyrics and Rupert's empathetic, sensitivity,
Songwriting, his
to put around those lyrics.
with Stephen's production
Right.
and experiment, their willingness to experiment.
Yeah. What a
With
combination,
the
man.
sounds and
Yeah.
between these, it's really, you're right. I think it's Jeanette, Rupert, and Stephen.
Yeah.
And then of course they brought in Stewart for that last song at least.
Right.
And of course
Jamie
Jamie
Western's
Western just added
guitarist.
all sorts of.
Well,
badass
we've talked about
touches.
when we did Reach the Beach. We talked about Jamie would be a great guitars to have hanging around.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that can play in lots of different styles. Yeah, he had that, that David Gilmour solo in what was it, Ecstasy of Free Thought or something?
Yep. I believe so.
So yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, what a great lineup. I don't know. I do hope some of you out there give this album a chance. Rupert Hine is He died a couple of years ago, so he's not going to profit from, from you
there's-
buying his album.
If I was to make a man crush list, he would be pretty high up there on it for me. You know, and hell, now Steven W. Tyler would be up there pretty high on it as well. just the whole, you know, if you think about the things you want to create, or I think about the things I want to create, you know, or something like that, a lot of them would, if it was something that sounded, that's just it. You're talking about how this album deserves so much more than what it got. And just think about if you create something that sounds as great as this does, and hardly anybody listens to it, it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's soak it up, man. We are living in golden age of being able to listen to all kinds of music going back 70 years now. Right. 100 years if you're willing to, you know, go with really primitive recording techniques. But yeah, you know, I mean, this hit in 1984. It was like right after the analog and digital started melding, and everything was more digital at this point. So the super clean digital sound, maybe too much digital, you know, at that point. But still, it was you can hear everything, right? You put on your picking headphones when you listen to this album, because it deserves really close listening, studied listening. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So
great idea.
Thanks, Del, for listening to that one for me.
Of course. Thanks for bringing it up, man. So now we're gonna move to another part of England.
London.
To another scene.
2 years
altogether.
2 years earlier. Yeah, different scene, only 2 years earlier.
But still cutting edge.
Cutting edge, man.
Yeah.
Midge, Steve Strange.
Right. Billy Currie.
Yep. Billy Currie, yep. Dave
Rusty
Formula. Rusty Egan.
Yep.
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 It's, New Romantics. One of the high points of New Romantics.
Kind of a super group at the time, I would guess.
Yes.
Yeah, in that sense,
Yes.
As you just said it. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll be
That's
fun.
gonna be fun. So join us next time.
We'll be grooving and dancing and moving.
We will. So, you know, click that subscribe button and the bell and like us and all that kind of stuff. And we love you guys.
Thank
Anyway,
you so
he
much.
is Del.
And he is Keith.
We're Renjeaux. We listen to cool albums.
We do.
We'll see you next time. Mwah.
Later.